Hello and welcome. This is Theresa, and on my channel today is Sunday Play Day. I'm going to work with my autumn journal that I started yesterday. So this is part 2. And I was racking my brain last night for ideas about what to do with this journal, because I kind of just jumped into it. Double checking to make sure I did turn down the audio, and I did. Yay me. So let's move this stuff to the side for a minute. And this is my daily journal. I have a pocket in the front for things that are like currently due to do, current tasks. So this is usually work related. And I never have to worry about showing it because I kind of code my notes. Because I have this fear of having the camera on and showing something I'm not supposed to. And then I have a little note here for upcoming crafting projects, which are Defember Ember, Terry's Christmas 2025, 50 Stack Challenge, and I'm currently working on marketing my journal stash. So I have several journals listed in my Ko-fi shop for very reasonable prices for those of you who may be new to journaling and want to get a jump start. I do have naked journals if you're ever interested in that. So like an example of a naked journal. One moment, please. I'm going to get you an example of a naked journal. So this is my stash bin. It's, I've kind of got a lot of my stash sold or packaged differently. Like this is a package of, and I'm just going to go all over the board today. I'm going to rabbit trail right and left. This is a stash of ephemera that is currently listed on a Facebook group for sale. I don't think I have this one in my Ko-fi, but I've got this listed on the Facebook group probably for $20. But if anybody wanted it from this video, let me know that I offered it to you at $15 plus shipping and handling. And that includes the pouch. The pouch is made with Hobby Lobby craft paper, and I've roughed it up. So it's starting to feel real smooth and pliable. And this is one of my snippet rolls that I did. But let's get back to naked journal. This is what I call a naked journal. This particular one is I'm not going to call it, well, and I guess an altered book could be altering the book by using the cover and putting new insides into it. But for me, an altered book is more a book, and you alter the whole thing. You glue pages together from the original book, and then you turn it into a journal that way. So, but this is a naked journal. It's got a beautiful vintage cover on it. I just love it. Not sure if this is German or Italian. And then it's got some beautiful pages in it. Cabbage dyed paper, digitals, dictionary page, tea dyed paper, fabric. This is probably fabric from Italy. It feels like linen. More tea dyed paper. Actually, I'm still in the same signature. There's a little bit of embellishment here with, oh no, I use this as a page. And it's going to need some reinforcement, but I leave that up to the person who gets it. You could even glue it just to this page to reinforce it. Just let your mind wander and open up your mind to the possibilities. This is a beautiful piece of tapestry from Italy. And I mean from Italy. I buy it from Roxy's Creations and it gets shipped to me. So it's from Italy. Some painted paper. This is an Italian book page with some wormholes in it, which I just love the character of old book pages. There's a pocket page, there's a sack page, there's some old music paper, and I love vintage paper that's been written on. So there are a few incorporated pockets like that, tuck spots really. Here's a glassine bag that can be at, so some of the elements are pockets. But other than that, this is a naked journal and just waiting for it to be loved. Hi Carrie, welcome. Happy Sunday. Okay, so let's get back to what the topic of the video, today's live stream, was about. And that's this autumn journal. See, it's just the smallest of things that can cause me to rabbit trail. I think it's called ADD. I don't really consider myself a big ADD person, but I have my moments. So I'm going to go to my November section of my journal and I'm going to find an empty spot. I don't think I've cut this open yet. I have not. So let's cut that open. I love these little bags that I bought from Amazon. I use them for so many things. Okay, come on now, cooperate. And just love the sound. So let's go to this page right here. And this is where I'm going to start my video about the autumn journal. I wrote some notes in here about, because I was racking my brain as to what fall elements I have in my stash. And at the same time, my thoughts are going all over the place because back to this list here, upcoming things are Defember Ember, Terry's Christmas, 50 Stack Challenge. All of those things in my mind, I'll just put it there. All of those things correlate with each other because Defember Ember this year is about compartmental ephemera. So, which is something that I do a lot anyways. And I have places where I have raw bases, like for instance right here. In this I have raw bases. So this could be used for a tag or a journal card or something else. And then I have what I call what should I call this? I called it something the other day in a video. This is like second step. So it's got a base and it's got some decoration on it. It's got some layering or something like that. Really now, all it needs is a focal point to finish it off to what I call pre-made ephemera. Now even, hi Brenda, welcome. Even pre-made ephemera can be edited, expanded on, embellished. So this journal card that I made using one of my Memories and More cards from Stampin' Up. So I used the Memory and More card to back it. Could be complete just as it is, and I can put it in the journal. And it's ready to go. Boom. Or I can look at a spot that I thought was complete and ready to go, and I can say, oh wait a minute, that needs something more. What does that need? So then I might look in my embellishment bits and pieces, or ephemera bits and pieces. The air conditioning just went on, so I will try to talk louder. And I can say, yeah, this needed something more. So I'm going to put that there. And now I feel like that area is complete. But we all know that that's not always, an absolute. Somebody else, like if I were to sell this journal to somebody, which I will be putting it in my coffee shop for $10. If I were to sell this to somebody, they might say, oh wait a minute, I want to put some cheesecloth around that butterfly, or I want to put a little label. I don't have any labels right here, but like, it's a pretty flower. Just maybe cut out that flower. How about we fussy cut out that flower? I'm a little hesitant to do this sort of thing because my mind is saying, wait a minute, that's not a fall flower. That's not a fall element. And I probably would prefer to have it underneath the butterfly anyways. And I think, has that ship sailed? Well, in some states during the fall, they might have roses that are in bloom or about to bloom. We're going to go with that because I go to states where they're just growing new plants right now, because the grapefruit trees are just starting to bloom or bear fruit. Oops. So I'm going to go ahead and qualify this piece to be eligible to be in my autumn journal. I think that digital underneath there is so pretty. I just love it. Looks like vintage wallpaper. So I had my elements and they were, what were they again? Up here. Gratitude, stickers, charms, ads, book, leaves, acorns, napkins. Now, when I wrote this list, I knew, put that over there, I knew that I had some of these things. So, I've already started doing a little bit. Where did I do it? Well, one of the things I put on here was, it was another list actually that I put on, is my memories and more cards. I wanted to look at my memories and more cards that I have in this drawer, and I went through them. This is I have memories and more here in Taperology. Taperology is on that side. Okay, one moment please. I need to fix that because it's kind of killing me. Okay, you guys go on that side, and you guys will go on this side. So I've looked through these to try and find some things that I thought were gratitude or fall type elements and that sort of thing, and I didn't find a lot. So then I went into my stickers. So I looked through my stickers, and there were some stickers in those Taperology items too. In fact, this is stickers from Memories and More, but this is all nautical. Nautical is not going to work for me. I did find one sticker in here. This one. And I was like, that could be fall, but to me it's kind of more like Christmas. No, it could be fall. No, actually both of these could be fall. So I'm going to use those. This is why it's so good to have your ephemera categorized, your stash categorized. So when I was in that other drawer, I did find this kind of stuff in my Taperology stuff. So I thought, oh yeah, boarding pass. They're going to go to visit family for Thanksgiving. So they're going to need a boarding pass. So that would be great in here. Now we can take one of these stickers, and oh my gosh, this is going to be like watching paint dry. Watching me try to get a sticker up. But the other day I did try the Scotch tape trick, and it worked. And I think it was on one of these stickers that it worked. I forget. Yes, it was. So we're gonna trying to think what I'm looking at. We're going to put that right there. The only problem is trying to get this sticker off the tape. Well, phooey, that didn't work real good, but you can't really tell. It's junk journaling. So there we go. That's nice. Where are we going to put the other one? Oh, I need something in there. Now, something else I wanted to say that I just thought of is when I was working on this yesterday, I was saying how, oh yeah, this hasn't been backed, so I'm going to need to back that. But I looked at it again today, and I told myself, no, I'm not, because like I said, this is my daily journal, and I love to put little pieces like that into my journal. I don't know if I, yeah, like this is just a little square of paper. Hi April, welcome, from an Edith Holden book, and I just used it to write some notes on, and I just love that. And it goes in and out of my pockets just fine. It doesn't crinkle up the paper. I can't think of the word I want. So I like my journal cards to be backed, but I'm also perfectly fine with them to just be a scrap of paper like this to write on, and it will go right in the pocket without scrunching up. I can't think of the word I want. So those are good. I'm not going to back those. And I can't find, nope, I can't find anything to put this sticker on. So this sticker is going back in my stash. I keep wondering what I'm going to do with this. This really would need to be backed if I was going to put a hole in that, but I haven't decided. This is so small too. This really is not very functional the way it is. So I'm going to grab one of my scraps that I made, and oops, my glue is seeping. One moment, please. It's a good day. I can put my pen in relatively quickly. So this is one of my scraps that I did, and I used the beeswax. Where's the word? Right there. The beeswax on it. And that does not affect the writing. So I'm going to use that to back this, and I'm feeling like I want to do it like this. And just leave it all like that. That's what I'm feeling like. Sorry, the thoughts are it's like gonna be 90 degrees here today, April. Just saying. Not showing off or anything. And I'm doing great because I'm crafting. How's everybody else doing? Let's see, we got 5 watching, and hi Bonnie, welcome. Okay, I was gonna glue that on there, and then I decided not to glue that on there. So I'm gonna take, oh, that's too little. Yep, that's it. One of these. So do you guys have adequate stash for autumn, fall, gratitude type time of year, would you say? I actually went on Etsy last night and looked for an ideal magazine for Thanksgiving, because I have one for Easter. and I thought that would be fun to have in my stash. And I found one for $3, and it was like almost $4 for shipping and handling. And I started to order it, but it wanted me to verify my PayPal, and I was in the living room and my phone was in the office, and I was like, nah, I'm too lazy to get up and go find the code. That's okay, we all do that, Carrie. When we're watching videos, we step away. Because we can get up and go potty, get a snack, tidy our room, grab craft supplies. It's the person who's doing the live stream that is stuck at their desk. Okay, I just wanted to do that. That's it. I've never really kind of done it like that before. But that's all I want to do, and now I can take a little bit of, sorry, I'm looking and talking at the same time. Not a good thing for me. My crinkle ribbon, is that what that's called? Let's see if I can find a fall color of crinkle ribbon. Oh man, this is my favorite color in this package, and this is all I've got left of it. In fact, when stuff gets down that, oh wait, there's another little tiny piece. Wow, that's a lot, huh? When things get that tiny, I put it here in my, like my mini elements area. Oh, I know what I want to do. I just had a brainstorm. Okay, what colors do we have? We kind of have red, orange, brown. Ooh, this is going to work right here. This color is going to work. Yep, it does. Okay, this is going to be painful watching me open this. Open. Okay, April, you say you're mass making book page bases. So does that mean you're gluing the book pages together for stability? Whoa, I cannot talk today. For stability? Because I have really been into gluing book pages together to make them like cardstock durability. I've been having a lot of fun doing that sort of thing lately. Okay, we just need a little tie, but at the same time, I thought I saw something in here. I did. Okay, on my list, no, that's the angel. Never mind, the angel is for Christmas. So I need to walk over here behind me and get my charms. And April, being you're in the chat right now, I want to ask you a question. Have you seen me do this before? Or have you seen something like this before? Because I know you said when you joined Stampin' Up! That instead of buying a bunch of ink pads, you bought a bunch of ink spots or ink spot containers like this one, which I thought was a really good idea. But I love this case for storing my ink spots because I can fit 2 little squares to an area, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So there's 19 squares times 2 is 38, so that's pretty cool. And I will also put my sponge daubers right beside them. Anyways, I think of you whenever I see that. Okay, so in my charms, which was on my list, was to look at my charms. That is so funny. So for those of you who are watching the replay later on, April said, "Oh my gosh, I just put mine in a case like that last night." That is so funny. Great minds think alike. Okay, so I have acorns in here. And I have a holiday container, but I think it's empty right now. Oh no, it's not. But I don't think there's anything Thanksgiving-like in here. I have an airplane. Ooh, this is cool. Wow, I didn't even know I had that. It's a postcard. And it's a little suitcase and a little angel. Well, it's more like a Cupid, so that would be for Valentine's Day. And a little candy cane for Christmas. What does this say? "I love you" on the postcard. Huh. Man, I only have one of each. It makes it so hard. So I was just reading Bonnie's Corner. So I should say Bonnie. The only reason why I said Bonnie's Corner is because in April's chat there's two Bonnies. And so for simple-minded people like me, it makes it a little challenging to figure out how to express which Bonnie I'm talking about. But Bonnie says I've got a cart, top is on my ink and black. The middle is more ink pads and stamping pads, and the last one is more stamping stuff. The whole cart is stamped stuff. Oh, top is on my ink and block. Bonnie L is Bonbon. I gotta put that in my notes so that I can keep track. Because I like to have like a mental idea of who I'm talking to online. That kind of stuff is really important to me. It's in real life, even it's really important to me to try and say somebody's name correctly. I do not like to mispronounce people's names. I don't call people, like when I was younger, when I told people that my name was Theresa, some people would call me Terry. I'm like, my name's not Terry. No way, no how. It's Theresa. And then some people, I was reading a chat the other day, I think it might have been April's, but there was more than, might have been Beth's. There's a couple of Pam's in there, and one gal said she goes by Pamela, and the other one said that she prefers Pam. So that would be very important to me to call the person who goes by Pam as Pam, whether her full name is Pamela or not, and the one who goes by Pamela to call her Pam, because she Pamela, because she probably never goes by Pam. So I'm not a big proponent of changing people's names willy-nilly just because it suits my mind frame. Oh wow, yeah, that well, maybe we could have Bonbon 1 and Bonbon 2, but then we gotta decide which one is 1, and maybe 2 is gonna go, why am I not number 1? Let's see, can't do A and B. Whoa, that one's challenging. Because I wouldn't want to be Bonbon 1 and 2. No, that one wouldn't work for me. One and 2 has different connotations. Okay, okay. Oh, shoot. Problems of the world. Alright, so I wanted to tie this onto here. I'm trying to think which is the best way for me to do with my trimmers. If doing it like this before I cut my length, because I don't know how much length I'm going to use because of my trimmers, because it's easier for me to thread things. Where's my husband when I need him? Get him to thread this through. Wow, this is tough. Sometimes what I'll do, actually, is I'll take a little bit of glue, and I do have fray check too. I could just use fray check, by golly. So this is fray check. But glue might work better, especially being I haven't used this fray check forever. Okay, where do I put the needle? This is a challenge. I don't know. I think the glue, the fray check, isn't for what I'm trying to accomplish. Trying to make a point. Okay, we're going to go back to the glue idea. If I was threading a needle, I'd use spit, but this isn't thread, so I don't think spit would do the job. You mind? That worked. So the glue idea is the best that works for me to try and get like ribbon or something that's thicker than thread, threaded through small holes. And it's my accommodation for my trimmers. I mean, I'm sure other people have problems with that kind of detailed work. Now, how do I want to do this? I feel like I want it like that. Or do I just want it like at the bottom and like that? Oh man, decisions. Wow. Decide, Theresa. Just decide. So we could put that through there, and then put that down there, and then put that there. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And then I need more because I'm gonna. So let's cut that off before I forget. That'll be enough. Oh, so for those who are maybe watching, okay, I gotta, the conversation's getting good. Okay, I gotta highlight it. One moment, please. So, Rachel, where the heck did Rachel come from? April and Bonnie were talking about buying a glue gun. Let's see. So it started off here, and then, okay, that wasn't the beginning of it. Sorry. And then Carrie said this, because Carrie is super susceptible to buying stuff. She loves to shop. You're gonna have to change your handle, Carrie. So I'm just gonna highlight the conversations. Bonnie's talking about all the great things about HSN. So then Carrie says this. Don't look, it's too late, April. She's been caught hook, line, and sinker. And so Bonnie wants to blame it on April. You guys are funny. I'm sorry. I just had to share that conversation for anybody who might be watching the replay because it was a good one. If you make me laugh, then I know it's funny, because it is really hard to make me laugh. My husband thinks he's really clever, and he'll say something that he thinks is super funny, and I'll just look at him stone-faced like, really? And I'll watch comedian skits, and my husband's laughing his butt off, and I look at him, I'm like, that wasn't funny. No, that wasn't funny. But Jeff Dunham can get me to laugh. I think he's funny. It's kind of heavy for this particular setup, but I'm gonna go with it, because I spent a lot of time trying to make that work. Okay, so now we're gonna put that in there. Yes. And that's the back. Gotta tidy a little bit. Yeah, I was watching her last night. I was watching April with her jelly plate last night too. And man, when, like, for instance, I was watching the part where, sorry, let me get this put away. What did she do? Okay, so she had like her jelly plate, right? And then she had her paints down, which I don't know how she does that so well too. And then on one side she went like this with a card, and I was like, okay. First I thought she was gonna like do all of it, and I thought she was, you know how when people glue, sometimes they'll take a card and they'll go down like this, and I thought that's what she was doing. And then I realized that she was doing texture, because then she took that same card and she did diagonal slits or something with it. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is a cool way to do texture for a gel plate. Who would have thought? Well, April would have thought. Yeah, Carrie, because now your stuff is ending up out on the porch. You've got so much stuff. Okay. I'm just saying. Oh no, oh no. Bonnie said HSN has a gel plate with stuff on clearance. Just saying, here to help. You guys are funny today. That's all there is to it. I'm just going to sit here and highlight the chat, because I know sometimes people can see the chat, but sometimes I can't find it. Like if I go back to a live stream that I was in and I knew there was stuff, maybe I wanted to go back, because like yesterday I had my live stream and a person who was new to me, the person said that, and I really don't even know for sure if it was a male or female. Oh shoot. You guys are gonna make Carrie leave. Friends like you who needs enemies. So well, I'm laughing because these guys are trying to further enable Carrie. But this person was in the chat yesterday and I didn't recognize the handle. And I asked them and they said, I've posted on some of your videos before. And I thought to myself, okay, I still don't recognize that handle. And anyways, I asked the person if they had a YouTube channel, and the response was yes. So I wanted to go look at their YouTube channel, and I couldn't find my chat to be able to find the name. So I tried to remember pieces of it and Google or search for it on YouTube, and I couldn't find the person, and that was disappointing because I wanted to just go say hey, because that person had been a part of my video, and this would go really good here. Okay, I don't really want to use the Scotch tape though, because I ruin my stickers when I use the Scotch tape. It's a great tip for getting backs off. Maybe if I do the Scotch tape on the side that has the hard plastic. Let's try that. See, the Scotch tape likes to grab hold of that thin sticker material. That worked better. Okay, so use the Scotch tape, but use the Scotch tape on the thick side of the sticker, the piece that you throw away. I don't remember where I got these stickers, but I do like these stickers. I don't like all stickers because I don't like it to look like a sticker when you put it down. Get that to blend. there's a trick to making that blend. Like maybe running water over it. Like you do with the napkin, and a water pin will cause the napkin to just dissolve basically. I'm going to try just a little tiny bit. Ooh. Is that working? No, I don't think so. Wait a minute. No. I don't know if it's helping or not. Huh. Just trying to dissolve that outside edge. I'm afraid if I keep playing, I'm gonna mess up this stuff. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Carrie, you're asking questions. You're qualifying the purchase. Okay, so this is a library card pocket, and it's on my list that I need to make. So far, I'm just going to leave it like that for embellishment. So now I'm going to make a card, and I think to do that, I could go into here to look for a card base. This is pretty paper. We'll just try it. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. I don't. Together because it's just digital. Or actually, I could take another base. Hi, Bon Bon. Welcome. You're busted, April. Bonnie is in the chat room, and she wants to know if you're buying more glue. This is pretty. We've got enablers in here. Sometimes there's trolls in the chat, sometimes there's enablers, and today it's enablers. There's that word, April, need. I need. And my husband would say, is it need or want? will say things like that, and he'll say, okay, we can only take so much weight in this trailer. But that's his big thing, is he has to make sure I don't put too much weight in the trailer, because that would not bode well for towing. You guys are funny today. Okay, I'm back to highlighting. Oh wait, my husband's looking for a new office chair for me. But I can't stop looking at the chat. Billy, but then do you want to give government more of your money? Heck no. He's looking at a chair that he says it's an office chair that is almost $400. Like, no, Jeff, no, I don't spend that kind of money. Okay, I can't do it there because I'll interrupt my chat. One moment, I gotta make sure that my husband doesn't try to spend $400 for a chair. No. No. $400. I don't need a chair. There we go. Was that the note of the chair not to giving the government your money? Husband. I'm in a chat. I'm doing a live stream. Both. I'm in, oh, I know what he means by that now. So, because I work for myself, I'm self-employed, and I have to pay income tax, you know. And so, most people who are self-employed and pay income tax because they're self-employed will make big purchases at the end of the year. So say I knew I had to pay $6,000 in income tax, I might buy a new computer at the end of the year, so that would increase my expenses and it would lower my income tax. So that's why he was saying the chair is about $400, but you got to decide, do you want to give the government your $400 or do you want to buy the chair for $400? So now I understand what he's saying. But I can't make those decisions when I'm in a live stream and I'm listening to this funny chat that's going on. Now, I need to trim that. Okay. About had an aneurysm when he said that at first, because I was like, I don't want to spend $400. I've been doing really good about minimizing my craft purchases, just making some little baby ones, and we're in Yuma, so our lot rent is lots cheaper. I think I paid almost $1,900 for 6 months of rental. So that is super, super inexpensive lot rental. I love it. a bottle a week. April says she goes through a bottle every 2 weeks, is what she said, of glue. I think she's talking about Fabri-Tac. You guys, I'm going to quit crafting and I'm just going to sit here and read the chat because it's a good one. Well, if you've got the room, I guess you can buy your glue by the case. Okay, now I'm going to cut this down so that it can be a tag. And I love that, but I really like that too. So, yeah, I'm going to sacrifice this because I'll still have a lot of that left. Okay, so right about there. I just had it. My trimmer. I just had it. Right there. Oh, good. You didn't send it yet, Bonnie? When you said you sent it, I was like, oh, she probably grabbed my PO address off of the description, which is fine. It just will take longer for something to get to me because when stuff goes to the PO box in Boise, then when we find out we have something there, we have them send it out to Arizona or Texas or wherever it is that we're at the time. And so it just takes more time. So that's great. Hang on. I will get you that information. And you're a smart cookie and realized that wasn't going to work. And I think it's 57, not 59. They gave us the wrong unit space number before. There it is. And I'm not worried about stalkers because I'm not worried about it. Any bad guys come in here, the chickens will peck them to death. Oh, that fits nice. You were trying to be sneaky, weren't you, Bonnie? Asking Beth for the address? Beth is such a sweetie. Okay, that works. Now, I do that all the time. I try to find out people's addresses or something and then surprise them instead of give them a heads up that something's coming. But yeah, the 57 is correct. Thank you. Okay, did that all glue down? Yes. Lauren, I'm going to have fun with this month with the ephemera ember. I just love the concept. I just love it. It's me. It's what I do. It's the way my brain works. Okay. So, it doesn't really work together, but it's like a placeholder for now. If I had something really cool blue, I could probably tie it together. I keep looking back at your comment, Bonnie. I don't have 80 journals going at one time. Thus the reason why April goes through gallons of glue. Do I want to put anything on here? Nope, I'm just going to put this in my here's the lid I was looking for last night. So I'm going to put this in my component box. So April, if you're just listening and not looking at the chat, Bonnie asked if you and Dawn are going live today. Because I know sometimes people just listen to like what I'm saying, and if they hear something that sounds interesting, they'll come back. Like if you're cleaning your craft room or something like that. So I'm just going to throw this in my components for here, because this stuff still needs to talk to me. Does your stuff talk to you? Hi, Dorothea. Now, Dorothea is one of those people that I worked really hard. I wrote down a pronunciation for her name and everything, but I mean, I have to move things around and pull out my book, my journal. This is my desk journal. And then I have to find my cheat sheet, and I have a do. So I think I say Dorothea instead of I think I say Dorothea instead of Doretha. Doretha. Oh, that one's a challenge for me. Because I don't like to say people's names wrong. I could call you Butter. Ooh, here's some fodder that was at the back of my desk. This was the packaging from Denise Gardner. No, I don't. I thought it didn't come out until the 16th. Oh, you're saying we don't have the list for December yet. Right, we don't. It comes out on the 16th, right? Okay, everybody agrees with me. We need to call you Butter because we don't want to we don't want to, not necessarily, we don't want to mangle your name. Okay, this was hanging out at the back. So these are scraps. So these would go in, because they're not really bases. So these would go in the component box. I'm trying not to put too much in the component box because I'm afraid it'll get full. But what's cool is I told my husband to buy me a plastic bin, and he bought me this one, and I showed him what I wanted, and he didn't get it for me. But it's like happy accident, because this is a great overflow of Defemer Ember stuff, and these all go together. So there's a lot of these, and I think they're going to really come in handy for Defemer Ember, amongst other things. And it's too much to fit in my pouch, right? This is too much, right? Maybe I want to put this in my pouch. Yeah, that's okay. It can go in my pouch. And then that goes, whoops, I missed a piece. So this can just hang out there. So this is kind of like my, okay, at the beginning of the video I was talking about how I'm doing Defemer Ember, Terry's Christmas 2025, and I do 50 stack challenge 7. So all of them can morph into each other. Like I can make something for the 50 stack challenge. Like for instance, say I made that, which I didn't. I didn't make that for 50 stack. And when it's done, I can put it in here and say, oh, that will work for Terry's Christmas 2025. Or maybe if it's like something that's just like a component, like I don't usually do that. So it might be for Christmas, blah, blah, blah. And then stuff that I do for Defemer Ember might work for, because my videos are scheduled for the 16th of December and the 27th of December. So theoretically, stuff that I make for Defemer Ember or 50 stack challenge can morph into what I need for this basket. And this is Terry's Christmas 2025. It has to have its own spot because we're only using digitals that were donated for the collaboration. So I've started with a kit from Ink and Page, and I've got the journal pages printed out front and back. Nope. Yeah, front and back. These are extras. And then I've got the ephemera pieces, and then I've got some that are more like ephemera bases, like coin envelopes, file folders. This is probably like what you were talking about, doing bases, April. So this is on color, shoot. I always stumble when I try to remember this. Matte color paper. I use Canon brand. So it's kind of like in between cardstock and heavy duty copy paper. So these are pre-made, sort of, kind of. Second stage. I'm calling this second stage. Man, I make up my own vocabulary, then I've got to remember it. And this has got some stuff from the kit, as well as some stuff that I have for second stage or bases. These are bases that I did on the Cricut the other day with my Stampin' Up stuff. I'm using my Stampin' Up stuff. That's always a good thing. I mean, I've got a ton in storage still, but I did bring some with me. So that's my Christmas 2025. And so then this can morph to this, and this can morph to this, and I don't have a separate bin for 50 stack challenge because it's too easy to use anything for all of that. And let's see, so April, you were talking about scraps last night. Every time I hear you talk about scraps and I see your nice little pile that you're keeping things confined to, I always think I wish I could find another one of these. And from the dollar store, I bought this at the dollar store, and I just love this thing for my scraps. It's like expandable. I mean, that's a good amount of scraps right there, actually. It's more than I need, I'll say that, for me. But I could take, just looking for something, like I could take, this is too long to pretend. Look, I could put a crap load of more stuff, and it would fit even more. I mean, I could, if it was long enough to accommodate these, I could put all of this width in here, and it would still zip up. So this thing is really my go-to for straps, and I just love it. Makes my heart happy. And I have to share things that make my heart happy. All right, now let's, oh man, excuse me, I love collage, but my scraps, some of my scraps are big enough to use as bases for things. Or man, Bonnie, I want to see what your style is. You need a YouTube channel, or at least use IG, or post on my Facebook group. Hashtag junk journal. I always forget everything. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I would forget my own name. Someday maybe I will. What is it? Hashtag Junk Journaling United is my Facebook group. Exactly. Or yeah, punch it out with a punch. Like I had that scrap from Denny's for that glittery paper, and I punched out a lot of little stars that were kind of like snowflakes. Now, I was thinking about putting a cover on this. Oh, I know what I wanted to do first. So let me check my list. I don't know that I've finished my list. Gratitude, stickers, charms, ads, book, leaves, acorn. Oh, leaves. I got leaves. Okay, Brenda, thanks for visiting. It was nice to see you. Where are my leaves? I know, it's over an hour. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Here's my leaves. These are Stampin' Up. What? Oh my gosh. What am I going to do with it? I've been waiting all year for fall to use these, and this is the first opportunity that I'm considering using these. I can't just use it like that. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do with this? I want to use it, at least one of them. That'll take me umpteen million years to use them in the fall. Up. I think I just had compartmental. I think I just had an idea. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to take, is there anything else that's like fall in here? Not really, but heart would be good for gratitude. Oh, I don't like that the 47 is upside down. But it is what it is. Oh. So now I want to use a little bit of cheesecloth. Dummy, that is not what you meant to do. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on first. I wanted to build everything before I attach this. That's not really even where I wanted to place that. I need a little tiny bit more. Let's see. Bonnie says her daughter started her laundry and left. I just folded it all. If he didn't work 7 days for the last 2 weeks, I'd be mad. So I think you meant to say if she didn't work for the last 7 days. But you're always a mom, aren't you? I can totally relate. Oh, my tummy's getting hungry. Do I want more? Nah, I don't need it. This is good. Okay, so I don't think this has been inked. So heart is good for gratitude. Trying to decide which side I like better. The oranges go better. We'll see you next time, Carrie. Have a great day. I'm about ready to wrap it up too. My tummy's grumbling. Now I have some really pretty, kind of want to try and poke something through there. I have 2 ideas going, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Famous last words. Something to go through that hole. Heather's got to run because she has to go visit HSN. Oh, did I miss the other one? Well, that's funky. There it is. Yep, I missed it. Try again. Come on, you. Okay, then I have some pretty butterscotch colored gems in here. There's some right there, maybe those. Or I could use my little rock ones. That would be pretty. I like that better. Oh, that is so cool, Bonnie. So Bonnie said she posted some of her work in my group. That'll be so cool. I can't wait to go see. Bye, guys. I'm leaving right now. Just kidding. I have to put my gems on first. They're like little pebbles. There. So I did the string and the bling. And I'm done. Because I have to go see what Bonnie does. I gotta go appreciate her art. So, was thinking about doing more of a traditional cover for this, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it like this, and I'm going to list this for $10 in my Ko-fi shop. That's a great place to write. There's a pocket here. I'm waiting for the comment to pop up on my software so I can share it. So I can show people what I laughed at. This is cool. It's like a poem. So Bunny says, I don't work like Juju. I don't have that kind of brain. This has a pocket here and a pocket here. Nobody's going to tell you that you're going wrong. The other day, when you said you were sending me that, no pressure, you said throw out whatever you can't use. I'm like, yeah, right. I am not going to throw anything out. It's hashtag Junk Journaling United is the group. So I'm just going to put this little, I don't usually do this, but I'm going to put that there. And then I'll take that little piece I had over here. Actually, I'll just take a little piece of this. Amen, Bonnie. You can't go wrong. With crafting. I'm going to put that right there. Okay. Put that back in its pocket. Can't go wrong with crafting. And then have this cute little thing, and I didn't back it. It's a great little piece for writing notes. Me, it's usually task lists that I write. Oh, no fair, Bonnie, you went and looked already. That is not fair. I can't go look while I'm still doing my video. Tried to find some kind of magazine ad that was like in November. Oh, Bonnie, you're killing me. Now she's describing the work. I don't have anything in there. I need a tag in there. Do I have anything that looks like Halloween? Halloween, oh my gosh, I can't believe I said that. You guys know I don't do Halloween. Thanksgiving, that's what I meant to say. Well, this is really pretty. And it's got a lot of oranges in it. Okay, we'll put that there. And then this is a double, you're killing me, Bonnie. This is a double belly band. So I've got one thing there. I don't have anything to put in the other place. I don't know. It's not really the right color. Somebody gave this to me. I just love it. Love that. I'm just going to put that there for now. Oh, it kind of looks cool. I actually like it. So these go in here. I found this one earlier today. And I just love what the wax on the paper did to the background. I just love that. And then this is a little tuck spot. And this is the boarding pass for the people who are traveling during the Thanksgiving holiday. And then we just did that together. Another little writing spot. And the end. Oh, there's something in here too. What did I put in here? So this was just a fun page that I found in my stash, my mountains of stash, and I thought somebody might enjoy coloring that. It's pine cones, and yeah, that's autumn. That worked. Just love it when things come together. Okay. So I will try listing this I will list it for $10 in my Ko-fi shop. And if it doesn't get any attention, then I will stuff this sucker full of ephemera and list it in this group that I've been selling my ephemera in. It's really been going well. Finally selling some of this stuff. Okay, so Bonbon said Kathleen Maurer is my friend and junk journal hero. What has she done Bonbon that are you saying that because you use a lot of her style? Because I do the same thing. I use a lot of certain people's style, like Louise. My stuff is a mix of Louisa Heinzel, Rachel with Roxy's Creation, who else is a huge influence to me? So this, I just slow stitch. This is Rachel. Yep, and a lot of this stuff is from Rachel. Like this beautiful hemp fabric. Can't think. And then just everybody else, excuse me, just everybody else bits and pieces. Like somebody was doing a video and she mentioned, she was just talking and she says, and you could do wax to paper. And I commented on her video and said, do you have a video on doing wax to paper? And that was yesterday. And of course, you know, I don't even know why I commented because I never see the answers unless I go back to the same video and look for answers to my comments. I used to be able to see comments like in that YouTube studio or whatever it is. But so right after I asked that question, I was like, you know what? When we moved from Idaho to Arizona this last time, I noticed that I had this in my stash. And I was like, when I saw it, I was like, why did I buy that? I don't remember what video I watched that enticed me to buy this. So I was too impatient to watch a video on how to do wax to paper. So I just pulled this out. I pulled out one of my little rubber finger things and I used it to scrape up the wax, and then I rubbed the wax on the paper, and then I took my heat gun and I heated it, and I like it. I'm happy with that. This is my new jam. Just catching up with the chat. Oh, so Bonbon, you did ask me if I watched Kathleen. I missed that part. I saw the part where you said Kathleen Maurer is my friend and junk journal hero. So I'm going to have to go look at your stuff, and then I'm going to have to go watch her like you say. Yes, I will. Thank you. Okay, you guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Have a great weekend, the rest of your weekend. Maybe I'll see you in another chat later on, because I think April did say she's doing her thing with Dawn today. It's 2:19 here. I need to go get food, but I'm going to go check out Bonbon's stuff first, and then I'll look into, because I always forget what time the different chats are. Take care, and I hope to see you again next time.